Now let's go over this reed valve in the reed cage. If any of you are out there are thinking of modifying or putting new reeds onto your, we'll just say CT manifold. Okay? Now, what you want to do is after you get the reeds where you want them, and usually the reeds have, if you look right here, they have a little larger hole than the stop right here. And that's so that when the reeds are put in, you can have a little wiggle room right and left, up and down. Shut up! So what you want to do is after you get it where you want it, the reeds where you want them on the cage, you want to stick them in the reed housing. And you want to check side to side, right to left. Make sure the reeds can open. Okay? If they can be caught up on one side or another and won't open properly, you're screwed. And you've got to pay attention, because these reeds fit so tight. And we can see here, well, I won't take it apart, but you can see this is the reed I had in it, in the bike when it was running right now. This is the one I've had in my other bikes, and I'm going to put it in because I had to take this one out anyway, so I know this one works, so now I'm going to try this one. This one, I cut the reeds from the Boyson reed valve material. Each of these reeds is worth at least 25 bucks in material. This one and this one. This is the other part of it that came with it. They have a really great reed system, but I'm just trying to experiment and adapt to my bike and the engine. So if we take this, and you see it's very close all the way around, and we put it in the reed cage like that, it won't fit because it's off by just a little hair. So what I did is, if you notice, this is the reed openings here, right here. I have to get the reed valve to close on this edge, and all the other edges without leaving any holes. I also have to cut down the top just a tiny bit, as you can see against the CT cage. So what I'm going to do is I borrowed my wife's really nice scissors, and I bribed my daughter not to tell her, so I'm going to very carefully cut these reeds to fit this cage. Now I was thinking maybe I could use some sandpaper. This is 800, but use some wet sandpaper here, 800, and go over the edges. But I'm just not going to have time for that because I got to get this bike running by at least, September. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to put this reed on, it's on, make sure I got it where I want it. Then I'm going to cut it custom to fit, and then I'll go on the other side and I'll do the same thing with this side. And then I'll double make sure that it goes in here. And then one thing, if anyone knows anything about this, when I cut these reeds, okay, there was no up or down face the reed cage or face away from the reed cage. If anyone out there, maybe someone from Boyson or something, could tell me if there is a proper side that these are supposed to go on. Because if they have a natural bent inward, then I'll use that. If they have a natural bent outward, then I'll turn them around. But I don't know. So I'm just winging it. Anyway, alright, I'm going to put these reed valves in, and we'll rebuild the lower part of the engine with the 30mm carb. Operation Dio continues.